What's up guys, Ace here, bringing you guys a review of The God of High School, episode 11, Lay Key. This was a cool episode. I think it was on par, if not a little bit below the last episode. However, it does bring up a lot of suspense for the upcoming episode. So I think generally, if you want to watch episodes of most interest or most like fighting, or if you're into that sort of thing, so I'm definitely into that for the few anime, this is one of those episodes you definitely have to hit for the upcoming episode 12. So anyways, this episode, we sort of continue off with the last episode where we get Yippo and Jin fighting it off, duking it out in the God of High School tourney. And of course, as we saw from last episode, we saw Yippo go into this new transcendent form. And the show did preface this with some of the backstory about what this form is about. Essentially, Yippo got his power from a transcendent fox. It's essentially, in the old days, or in ancient times, however you think of this fox was getting so powerful, he destroyed half of heaven, and then God ended up punishing the fox, or wanting to betray the fox because he was getting too strong, and sent him back to Earth, or the fox at least went back to Earth. And it was like, whoa, that must be a pretty strong fox. And it's like, geez, is it really? You're gonna give Yippo this? Where's Mori's Cheriak? Anyways, we saw this, I'm just like, alright, so there's 100% chance, no way, that Mori is gonna win, right? Like, he's got a freaking, I guess, at least, it seems like, from what they're saying, like, island level power freaking fox, and she's going, I don't know. It seemed very unlikely for Jin to win. Anyways, with that being said, we saw Jin fight, and honestly, Jin was really holding it up against, like, this godlike fox power. And it seemed, the way they make it sound, too, as if this Cheriak is above most Cheriaks in regards to its power. So I was like, okay, if this is above most Cheriaks and that it's the key, it's like, we haven't really seen too much of Jin fight against other Cheriaks. And if this is, like, the Cheriaks of Cheriaks, it's like, maybe Jin's probably not gonna win. He's probably not gonna win. So, anyways, we start off with the fight, and Jin is losing, obviously, but then he starts getting up and, I guess, pulling blow for blow against Yippo, which is actually kind of weird, because, especially considering that Jin didn't have too much going for him, especially with no Cheriak. And then he mentioned something along the lines of, oh, you might have a Cheriak, but the Cheriak is just being used by your body and your mind. So, like, you might have a strong power source, but the person still using the power is still relatively weak. And so that basically meant, like, okay, as long as Jin has the I guess, the mental fortitude to hold himself up against Yippo, maybe he can pull through, which is kind of weird, because it's like, I felt like they're even before awakening this Cheriak, I felt like Yippo would still be able to, like, hold himself off against Jin. Like, is Jin really that strong in comparison? Maybe he is. I mean, we haven't really seen Jin Mori struggle too much against anyone else, right? Kind of think of it, it's been pretty much like a wash against everyone. Like, he's been able to keep up with everyone for the most part. So maybe he does deserve to win. But maybe it's Yippo being a little too forgiving and not going all out as soon as he could. I think that was probably his mistake. Anyways, regardless, Jin ends up awakening something within him and sending this Yippo Cheriak dude, empowered dude, into the sky and slamming him down with a hand. And this is, if you guys don't remember the first episode, this is very reminiscent of, I think, Park Mujin, who would slam the island with a hand or something, right? And, like, destroyed the whole island with a hand. And so it's like, are they getting the power from the same person? And it can't be another key, is it? Because it didn't seem to register on the radar for Park Mujin or the acolyte leader. I'm sorry, the cult leader. So that was really weird, especially because it did seem like, for the most part, that, as the character said, that he did use some sort of Cheriak to fight Yippo. So that was weird. Not only was it, like, under the radar for Jin's Cheriak, but it seemed, if it was a Cheriak, it seemed for the most part like OP, because of, like, if your Cheriak is prominent, people will notice, right? And if this wasn't really prominent, it seemed like, for the most part, people really didn't notice the Cheriak, yet it still was able to, like, single-handedly, quite, no pun intended, like, destroy Yippo. And so that was cool. From what I can tell from other comments, it might be Sun Wukong, or Sun Goku? I forget who. So that'll be cool to see if we get some glimpse of that, and how will that work in the fight against the cult. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be super interesting. So, with that being said, we go to the hospital, and we have the Shark Boy head-to-head with the composer dude, who just, like, do re mi fa so te si do sort of attacks, which is kind of weird. And essentially, he was, like, mad because he lost against him, I think. I don't know why he was mad. It seemed kind of weird for him to get mad. I don't know why they're bringing this dude up. Anyways, he's in the hospital, he's getting treated, and the shark dude comes in, tries to kill him before something else happens. I feel like he has something in his veins or something. I don't know why this character is still being brought up. But we did first see him inside, I think, 2 episodes ago, when we were going to start this tourney with the new regions. And so, I guess this is before Mori actually... No, this is after... No, this is before Mori went to go look for his grandfather. So, this is the first time we saw this dude, and we're seeing him again now. So, I'm super curious why he's important. Anyways, you see him and everyone else in the hospital that's with Yippo, because Yippo ended up dying, not dying, but he ended up getting seriously injured, had to go to the hospital. And we see that, they're in the same hospital as the shark dude and the composer dude. So, they blow a hole through the side of the wall, and there they are. Everyone's in the same room now. And it looks like, for the most part, like, the composer dude got his... he was waiting for the most part, and then the shark dude ended up eating him, and I'm just like, why didn't he just do that in the first place? Eat the guy with all the needles poking out of him, or, like, send more needles into him. Maybe it seemed like he didn't care for the collateral damage that he would do, and actually maybe it would be helping him, because it seemed like, for the most part, the shark dude and Yippo were, I guess, enemies, sort of, maybe rivals, you could say, because they did have some previous experience together. And so that was kind of interesting to see, especially because it looked like, for the most part, the shark dude could have, like, one-shotted the composer dude from the very start. He just ate him with his shark. I'm just like, okay. I guess he was, like, testing him or something? I don't know. But then from here, we see that Yippo ends up getting seriously mad because the shark dude waited for the composer dude to actually hurt some of Yippo's friends. And then Yippo gets mad and, of course, goes into Nine-Tailed Fox mode. And, of course, he blasts through the wall of the building. He's on, like, the 54th floor or whatever, and completely just, like, it looks like he's going to destroy the shark dude. But it's kind of weird, because it's like, how are you not killing them if you're falling from that high of a height, right? Maybe they somehow stunted the gravity or something, the fall. I don't know how they would, but it's like, that's some crazy stuff for the most part. It's like, people can live from that sort of height, especially, like, being pounded in from a deity, a god fox, I suppose you could say. That was kind of weird, but he lived, and I think that's super interesting, because from there we do see the cult leader in front of this door in the sky, ready to summon something. And it looks like, for the most part, these things that are being summoned are, like, little devils. And I think this is, like, the calm before the swarm, if you want to say, before the storm, where these little devils are sort of the precursor to the god again showing up. And I don't know why, because we never saw the god go back, I guess, even after the fight, or the help from the 6 members. Actually, it looks like 2 6 members are there, not including Park Mujin. And so, anyways, the god is gone, the cultic god, and I think we're going to see him again next episode. But who knows? But from there, it's basically the episode. One thing that is important to note is that Jin isn't by Yippo, and if Yippo is considered the key, I wonder what Jin is considered. Like, the bomb? Because, like, Jin seems like he's a little OP, especially, like, we don't know his power, and if his power is what you guys are saying in the comments, then I'm assuming it to get pretty crazy. So I'm super pumped to see what Jin's gonna do. I think also it's important to note that after seeing what had happened into the building, because Park Mujin has surveillance over the hospital, he ended the God of High School. And so right now, because of the end of the God of High School, I think they'll do less, scenes around the whole fighting tourney, and we'll see more from the cult leader, because you have to have, this needs sort of all hands on deck sort of thing, where, like, the cult leader looks like he's about to destroy the whole freaking world. So we'll be seeing that soon. I'm so pumped for that. And we'll probably be seeing Jin get his hands dirty in the next upcoming episode, because if he's as strong as I think he is, there will most definitely be some sort of Cheriac again from Jin Mori. And I think that's going to cause Mujin to see something in Jin, and potentially even I don't know. I think Jin's going to change some stuff. He's going to change some stuff. So that'll be it for my review, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Peace out, guys, and I'll catch you guys later.